Happy Wednesday. Um, Exciting guest today. Zuzu, she is a plant-based chef. She is founder of Naturally Zuzu and a winner of Top Chef Amateurs. Super excited to have her on. It's the holidays. I love to eat bad stuff. So hopefully FYI. I know it's not even 12 p.m. Scheduling conflict. Thank you, David. That's hilarious. How are you guys doing? I'm so excited to have Zuzu on. I have not had my coffee yet. Feeling a little tired, but we're gonna get her on. I'm excited. Um, it's the holidays, you know. We got to figure out like how to up level and elevate our diet. Thank you. Hi.
Hi, Erin. How are you?
I
Hold on,
am
let me
great.
move my camera a little bit farther. I didn't know it's
Yes.
going to be this close. Oh
Right.
my goodness. There you go. Is it better?
Yes. Okay. Let me make sure your volume is up high enough. Hi. How are you? Thank you
Hi,
for
I'm doing
jumping on.
good. Happy holidays to you, girl.
I know it's already the holidays. I did have a peppermint, like espresso martini last night, so I'm a little slow, but I'm feeling good. I love the holidays for that reason alone because it's okay to be a little naughty. But I'm so glad to have you on because I want to get your take on that. You are a winner of Top Chef Amateurs. You are a plant-based chef. I met you at a women's retreat, and the food was amazing, but also your presentation is incredible. And it was just really fun to watch you nurture people and give that gift of really healthy eating, like all these really cool fruits and lychees and exotic stuff going on. And it was a lot of fun to see you in your element. You're a plant-based chef. Like, how did that even start? How did that even, like, what was the catalyst to get you to switch into that world?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. I adore you. I was looking forward to this live all week long because I've been wanting to chat with you since that retreat. I think we connected so well that day, but we really didn't get to know each other until later. We started following, right, each other on Instagram. So thank you so much for having me today. Happy holidays to everyone who just joining us. So my plant-based journey happened about 7 years ago when I started suffering from joint inflammation. I'm an athlete, I'm a dancer. I teach dance classes at my local club. And one morning, 7 years ago, I woke up and I couldn't move my fingers and my toes anymore. It was one of those scariest moments of my life. Um, I felt like there was something happening in my body that I needed to change immediately. Um, so started doing a lot of research about joint inflammation, what might cause issues in my body. And one research led to another. And I found out that I was allergic to dairy. So dairy was causing a lot of those issues in my body. I did some tests, and sure enough, I learned that dairy was bad for me, basically. And as we now know, the research shows that dairy is the number one cause of inflammation. So I decided to get rid of the dairy initially. Then one research led to another. I started learning a lot more about plant-based diet and the benefits of plant-based diet. And I decided overnight basically to remove meat from my life, meat, fish, everything. And that's how I became plant-based. Basically within 3 months, I was fully plant-based. Initially, it was just the dairy, which I eliminated from my diet. And then it was meat and eggs and fish and everything else. And trust me, I am 45 years old and I've never felt better in my life. I'm in a better shape than I was in my 20s, believe it or not. I sleep better. I have more energy. There are so many benefits that I experienced after going plant-based. People always were asking me like, are you going to stay plant-based for your whole life? And I said, I don't know. I have to see how it works, because as a woman ages, as we age, everything changes, right? Our hormones change, the way how we process food changes. And more I am following this specific diet, better I feel every day. So I stuck to it. And then later on, I started learning a lot about the impact of agriculture in a society and the environment. And that also made me even more passionate about my lifestyle, eliminating the animal byproducts and animal products from my diet completely.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's kind of a no-brainer, right? It's better for you to remove things that sometimes will do that because it's telling me I have a limit. I set my apps on a limit, so I apologize. Instagram just tried to knock me off. Excuse me. Anyways, I think it is a no-brainer in knowing the foods that cause inflammation in our body, and in specific to you, dairy causes that. It is for me too. And what happens, how it manifests is I get like acne. I break out, right? We know sugar's not good for you. We know dairy's not great for you. Eating lots and lots of red meat, also really not great for you. And I think it's just going plant-based. It's such a trend, or it's such the rage right now, but like it's proven. And I think when people inquire with you and they see how obviously it's done so well for you in terms of healing and re-energizing you, I get lethargic. Like that will happen to me if I eat something like really fatty or heavy.
Yeah.
But do you get a lot of questions about how to start? Because it can seem really daunting to just give up and be like, you're fully vegan, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I am. My recommendation, I have a lot of clients who are transitioning, or they're plant curious, I call them. They are not really want to kind of go to that side, but they're curious about it. And I always tell them it's okay to be plant curious. It's actually great. This is a great way to start your journey into a plant-based lifestyle. Start with meatless Mondays. Don't eat meat on Mondays, and just do fully vegan or vegetarian meal. Do fish taco Tuesdays, and now you're eliminating another meat. Start eliminating milk, and start using almond milk or oat milk. So it's a slow transition. It's hard always to do things cold turkey, like overnight, because you will not sustain that lifestyle if you do it overnight. But if you do it slowly, if you slowly start eliminating meat, dairy, and those, eggs, your body will start getting used to the new things that you will be introducing to them. It takes 21 days for your body to reset. Let's say for 1 week, you do meatless Monday, and then you eliminate, and then you only do meat once a week. Next week, start doing 3 days vegan meals. And then the week after, start doing 4 days or 5 days. Even if your diet is 80-20, I call it 80-20, was 80% plant-based and 20% whatever you want to eat, you're already making a huge impact, positive impact, not only on your own lifestyle, but also the environment. So start with 80-20 and see how it goes. And then eventually, I know your body start loving putting more vegetables and more nutrients, right? And then you will start transitioning into a plant-based diet eventually. That's how I did it.
Yeah, I think that's really, really key advice, because it's not like there aren't alternatives out there that are great. There are really great dairy-free creamers that taste delicious.
Oh my
and
goodness,
yeah. For people, Michelle just jumped on. Hi, Michelle. We met at Michelle's amazing women's retreat down in kind of close to San Diego area. And, I loved that retreat because it was a great opportunity. It was, we were all kind of dealing with COVID or the ramifications of COVID. And you were such you were like entertainment because we got to see you put, hi Michelle, we got to see you put, and that was going to be my point, is it's not like the alternatives are this terrible, you know, substitute. Like when we ate your food, it was, and Jill's on too. Hi Jill. When we were eating your food, I was not feeling like I wasn't getting something from it. I was, and then I, at the same time, was feeling like I'm really nourishing my body. And as I've gotten older, I've realized I don't want to always over caffeinate, and I don't want to always feel like super lethargic after I've eaten something heavy. And Jill is actually somebody that I've worked with. She's a coach, a health coach, and she's actually implemented, hi Lovelies, she's implemented healthy tips and tricks into my lifestyle that work with someone like me who is kind of, I'm busy and I'm running around and doing things like that. So do you have any like nutritional tips or tricks for people who do want to get on the vegan train? They are afraid to just, like you said, jump in. And they want to start, like you said, with like a meatless Monday. I think that's great advice. Like, don't take on too much. See how your body responds to just the dairy-free creamer, right?
Exactly. Start with one product at a time. When I go to my clients' homes, I like to go through their pantry and just eliminating things they shouldn't be eating. So I go through their pantry and I said, I don't think you should be eating this. And having the vegan essentials, I have essentials, you know, your legumes, your the plant-based creamers, plant-based milk, um, vegan protein sources like tofu, tempeh, you know, start having those available to you in your pantry, in your fridge, having abundance of vegetables available in your fridge where you are want to snack on something. You're not reaching out for something unhealthy, but you're reaching out for something healthier that you find in your fridge. So meal prepping is one of the things I always recommend to my clients. If you do have those meals available in your fridge, guess what you're going to do? You're going to open your fridge, the healthy options that are available to you right there in your fridge. You're going to reach out for those and you will snack on those, correct? So having those meals available for you ready to go will ease your transition. So that's one of my tips. On the weekends, if you do have a couple of hours, just prep few healthy snacks. It could be hummus, you know, with some fresh vegetables. It could be overnight oats, you know, you can make for breakfast next day. Chia pudding, you know, those things could be available for you. Just open your fridge and it's right there. So that's one of my tips. I always tell my clients, drinking tons of water. You know, first thing I do when I wake up, I drink my big glass of water with lemon to kind of get my day going. Then I'll have my matcha or coffee, depending on my mood. I'm kind of like a matcha girl during summer and then coffee girl during winter. I don't know. It's just my mood craves more coffee during cold season and then matcha during summer season. So having those vegan options available for you all the time would be a tremendous help with your transition.
Such great advice too. And someone had tagged Sprouts. Sprouts is a restaurant, a grocery store here in the LA area. I don't know if they're global or nationwide at least.
They are,
But
yeah.
but they can provide, like you said, some pre-packaged. Like what I just started doing recently. I'm not a big breakfast person. I can't eat something super heavy, but I also know just having coffee, the first, people are always asking me like what I do diet wise, and I'm like,
Yes.
I am the worst person to ask because I'm the convenience based person. I drink coffee the first half of the day, and then my big meal usually is dinner. And I know that that's not good because I want to flush my body
Nourish
with
your body.
hydration, right, with nutrition, with antioxidants and healthy things, but I'm like, I don't really want a veggie in the morning. So what I started doing is using like a plant-based like kefir yogurt, which they have,
Perfect.
guys at home,
Yes.
guys and gals at home. And then I just put like blueberries and then a spirulina green, because greens are, you know, I'm trying to figure out how to implement more
Put
green
more
in my
greens,
life.
yes.
Yeah. So then I have the green granola and I just drink it like it's like a drink.
That's perfect. I love those plant-based kefirs because A, you're getting your probiotics when you're taking them. They are, infused with calcium and other vitamins as well. So you can make smoothies. I mean, if you do like to have something sweet in the morning, just make a quick smoothie with oat milk, almond milk, with all your fruits that you have in your fridge or frozen fruits.
That feels like, see, it's so funny. That feels like a lot of work for me still. Like, I don't know why the smoothie thing I can't do. I just like, you know what I need? I need to make it and put it in the freezer and then just add water the night
That's
before.
it.
Maybe.
Yes, there you go. Meal prepping. There you go, girl. Meal prepping. And I love making these little ice cubes. So every time my fruit or vegetable is about to go bad, I just put it in a blender. I make a little emulsion and I put it in ice cubes so they don't go bad. So anytime I would like to make a quick smoothie, I use that instead of ice. These little mixtures of vegetables and fruits that I blended together and I froze.
That's so
I put that in it with some oat milk, some coconut water if you don't want to have oat milk. After a workout, I love doing that. Just add some coconut water, those ice cubes that I prepared with fruits, blend them up. It's amazing. It's so nourishing. And then you can add your protein powder if you want. Right. But I gotta tell you something, 10 years ago, being plant-based was challenging because there weren't as many options available for us in supermarkets. Now you go to Trader Joe's, I feel like 50% of what Trader Joe's carries are plant-based. They have so many plant-based options, from plant-based cream cheese, plant-based, protein options, yogurts, cookies, you name it, even meals that are ready to go. They have a lot of those, microwavable meals for busy people. You can just buy those if you're a busy person and keep them in the fridge. So you have those available. There are so many meal delivery companies now that focus on plant-based diets as well. One of them is Thistle. I love Thistle. They have fresh salads. They have worm meals. They have juices. For a busy individuals, busy women, get those ready. Have them ready in your fridge. So when you come from work, you're lazy, you don't want to cook anything, so you have those snacks, healthy snacks available for you.
I love that. I think I was with a friend yesterday, and they gave me good advice, which is also what Jill says: control what you can control. So, we live in LA, or I live in LA. I think you're more south, but
San Diego, yeah.
There's a lot of pollution. I can't control that. I can't just take, so what I can control is what I put in my body. And if I can put clean stuff in my body as opposed to junk or processed junk, I think that is a nice hack. And I love, like you said, the convenience-based way of nourishing your body throughout the day. What I would do in my smoothies is I would take frozen spinach and avocado. Frozen avocado.
Love it.
And I would blend it up with blueberries and like maca and cacao.
Maca is so good for you, especially for energy.
Oh, is it?
Oh, yeah. It's better than coffee, and it's sustainable energy too. And it's supposed to help us as females with our other things too. So
hormones,
balancing our hormones. Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, I'm like crushing on you so hard. Well, so then I do want to switch gears and go to self-care, because you do so much. You have a lot of clients. How do you prioritize Zuzu? How do you take care of you? You kind of went into a little bit your morning routine, but I do like to ask women what they do. What are your non-negotiables in the morning? And then what do you do at night and just in general for self-care?
Self-care is the priority for me because, like you said, I feel like throughout the day I give a lot of myself, and then you can't really pour from an empty cup. You got to fill your cup. And people ask me this question all the time: how do you fill your cup? We all have different needs, right? So for me, when I wake up in the morning, 10 minutes I just spend alone. No dog, nobody around me. I just sit in my room and I meditate. No distractions, no phone. I don't even touch my phone. I sit for 10 minutes, I meditate. And that's been really, really helpful for me. Just to kind of really sit there and focus And then I write down my affirmations, you know, that
Mm.
makes me feel really, really good when I write them down. It keeps me focused on my goals, keeps me focused on who I am, who I want to be. Um, and you know what I want to reflect throughout the day, because what you reflect throughout the day really shows in your interactions with people.
Mhm.
I want to really like transmit a positive energy every time I talk to my clients, every time I teach my classes. So besides cooking, I probably mentioned it too at the retreat, I also teach Zumba classes. So that's my me time as well. So when I go and teach my Zumba classes, that's like a meditation to me. You know, I lose myself in music and in
Mhm.
movement for 1 hour. And just like, I don't care what happened in my day, that moment, it's my moment. I'm sharing it with everybody else in my class. And that's how I release all my stress, you know, whatever happened that day. Just, I like the positive energy is incredible in that class. So that's another thing I do for self care. I love to get massages once in a while. So once a month, I go get massages. And that's another way I exercise self care, and just putting good food in my body. A lot of the times we, as chefs, as coaches, you know, we sometimes forget, you know, to put healthy stuff in our body. We're running around, like you said, you sometimes forget to eat breakfast. So I always remind myself, I gotta put something good inside my body. So I make myself a smoothie with all my favorite ingredients. I add maca, I add spirulina, um, I add all my mushrooms that I love, like ashwagandha and reishi, and I make myself
Mm.
this nourishing meal. And I sit there and I reflect on my day, um, and I put that in my body. And to me, even 10 minutes of self love a day, it makes a huge difference.
Mhm.
So I always say, like, even if you spend 10 minutes just taking care of yourself, it could be anything. It could be a hot bath. It could be sitting and doing meditating or reading your favorite book. That's
Mhm.
already a self-love. You're doing something for yourself.
Epic. I love it. Well, I agree. I think it is underrated how much silence can soothe you and heal you and nurture you. When I wake up, I do like a silent meditation. I just
Mm,
say, "Hey Siri, set the timer for 13 minutes," because that's what Huberman Lab says to do. Huberman Lab
yes.
is like a
Mhm.
neuroscientist, but he's got a great podcast. And then I do the silent thing. But what ends up happening is I get a lot of messages in my, you know, like intuition. So then I write it down while I'm meditating. I don't know if that happens to you, but I actually get really good ideas when I'm meditating. And I don't force myself to like, don't think about things. I'm like, just let it happen, whatever, you know? So,
A meditative state is one of the most powerful states ever. A lot of inspirations come to me too during that state. And I, like you said, I stop and I have to write it down, because most of my inspirations come at that state when I'm meditating.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
I
because we're
totally
not
relate with it.
reacting. Yeah.
That's
We're
right.
not opening the
Exactly.
emails and responding and like you said, like, you know, dealing with clients and stuff. So, but you are an incredible human, and it was so much fun to hang out with you at the retreat. And I just want to hang out more. So if you're ever in LA or when I'm down in San Diego, I will come and visit with you. And
That
thank
would
you
be
for,
amazing.
you know, thank you for your service. I think helping educate people that it's not as hard as it may seem, and really giving kind of tangible little tips and tricks and things that like maybe just take a day to test. Like Taco Tuesday, I've made it with mushrooms and walnuts, and it tastes really
So
good.
good,
Yeah.
right?
So,
Exactly. So
you
anytime, if
know,
anyone has any questions, I always tell them, just come to my page, message me. Like, I would love to like help you with the transition, or even if you want to try doing it 80/20, if you need meal ideas, there are so many resources out there right now for plant-based lifestyle. You know, if you want to change your life and
yeah,
go vegan or plant-based, you
yeah.
know. So yeah, just DM me, message me. I am always here to help. And by the way, we're having our second retreat, Erin, on February 5th. It's going to be again in Oceanside at Michelle's home. So I hope you're going to make it. And I hope you're going to let me know when you're in San Diego. Would love to hang out with you again.
Yeah, that was so fun. The dancing. I mean, my favorite part was the eating. But it was really, really, really special to get a bunch of us together and celebrate. So I hope I get to see you soon. Thank you again for everything you do, and happy Wednesday. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Happy holidays to you.
Thank
Love
you.
Bye.
Bye.